So now that's a new topic. We have done asset properties. Now we understand the states of a transition. In which states our transition will go and why. Okay, so first, these are the small diagram to understand active state. Okay, active state, partially committed, committed. Okay, from partially committed, we can go into the failed and active to failed and after aborted. So, what is it? Okay, so understand first. You can see the initial state. Okay, the transition stays in the state while it's executing. Means our transition, we have seen our transition, it looks like okay, this okay. So it is running. Okay, first read a minus 50, write a read b. It is executing. That means it is in active state. Simply. And now partially committed. It has read, it has updated, and it has write a. So that write a is not right in the database. It is writing into the buffer. And what is buffer? It is into the main memory. Okay. Once again, in our main memory, there is a space we allocated for our database manipulation. So now we have read a value from database. Okay. Inside our main memory, there is variable a. In it, we have stored $100. Now we are updating the value by minus 50. So now our total value is 50. A equals to 50. Now we are writing a. So in our main memory, we have a short database, and that database contains the a value. That means 50 value. So we have write a. We have not committed. Okay, committed and write, there is difference. So we have write a. Okay. Now what happens? This state is our partially committed. Whatever we are doing in our main memory, that all are partially committed. Okay. Now, and suppose we have executed all the instruction and the commit means there is no any problem while executing this transaction, then our transaction will go from partial committed to committed. Okay, means all the value will be reflected into our database. Okay, at the time of partially committed, it is not reflect in the database. It will reflect in only the main memory, but after committing it will reflect into our original database. Okay, now what happens when our transition is in partially committed state? Means it has run but it has not be committed, it has only present in the main memory. So what happens due to system failure? Okay guys, hardware, OS crashed, many more possibilities are there. So if it is failed, then it will come to the partially committed state to failed state. Okay, now all work is wasted, all things will come into the failed state. And same for active state. If suppose our transition is executing right now, we are here, at the time of system crashes, it will go into the active to failed. Okay, so that's why there is two arrow from active and partially committed. This is failed. Now what happens when our transaction is failed at this point? Okay, now our system is in inconsistent state. Why? Because a has $100, but now what happens, $50 is deducted from his account a, so it has total $50. Okay, but then initially it has $100, so that's inconsistent. So now what we will do, first we will do here, we will add $50 and go to the first step, means roll back. So fail to abort it. At that time we are, what we are doing, we are doing rollbacking. Okay, so that's it. So after the final statement has been executed, partially committed. Okay, I've told you about what is now failed. After the discovery that normal execution can no longer proceed, okay, our system got failure at the some instruction about it. After transition has been rolled back and the database restored to its state prior to the start of the transition, means we have failed here. Now our system will be rolled back to the first step again. Restart the transaction can be done with only no longer logical error and a killer transaction. These are two ways to abort the transaction. Committed after successfully completion. So that's again diagram. So that's all about the states. Okay guys, these all are transaction states. Thank you.